Hey guys, welcome to the Superhero Cut Show where we talk about things Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. It's your boy CB Hayes. Please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you know when we post. So today I'm here to talk to you guys about Spider-Man 4. Daniel Rickman, a leaker, said that Spider-Man 4 is going to merge the Sony universe and the MCU together. Okay, now the plot originally was going to be a street level grounded Spider-Man movie, and it was going to tie into other people like Kingpin, Daredevil, and all those characters, they're kind of like on the grounds of New York. But this news is something very different, and this news is telling us that though this plot is going to set up the merging of these two universes, MCU and Sony, to become the one, which is crazy. Now, the funny thing about it is that leakers last year were talking about Tom Hardy's Venom coming to stay in the MCU, and with the reboot rumors, it's showing even more that this, reboot and the Sony and Marvel universe tying together is kind of becoming more and more real as the days go by. Now, if you remember during the Spider-Man Homecoming press tour, Amy Pascal talked about merging all the way back then while Kevin Feige was sitting right next to her. Okay. And so that kind of confirmed that Sony's plan was always to set up their universe for him, or even and that they were eventually going to merge both of those universes together. Now, remember, Sony tried to pull Tom Holland from the MCU, and Tom was even open to doing a movie with Sony. And obviously that got fixed, and Kevin Feige ended up mending that relationship, and we ended up getting Spider-Man No Way Home, which is a very popular movie. But now, think about this. Sony had Mobius, which bombed. Craven looks mid. Madam Web looks terrible. And they are still doing a third Venom movie. In Morbius, we saw Vulture talk to Morbius about Spider-Man. Also, right, Madam Web is going to crack open the multiverse and will apparently have a connection to being in Venom 3. And apparently, the Venom 3 script is that he is going to be protecting a kid, Peter Parker, from a bunch of variants of Spider-Man and enemies of Spider-Man traveling the multiverse trying to kill him. Now, Tom Holland Spider-Man apparently is the chosen one, right? If you guys went back to some of the rumors that I talked about in regards to what they're going to do with this reboot, that they're going to choose, chosen ones. So one of the rumors is that, Wolverine is a Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is a chosen one. Tom Holland Spider-Man is a chosen one. And one of the ones, right, RDJ's Iron Man is a chosen one. And so basically, Tom Holland is going to be a lead in Avengers, which is going to lead him to get, the symbiote and all that jazz, which, all which would, make sense if Sony merged together and Tom Hardy's Venom is in there. He'll get the symbiote, et cetera, et cetera. Now, there is no way Kevin Feige would do this unless he got full control. So this could lead into multiverse stuff. So Venom can end up in the MCU. So maybe after the reboot, after Secret Wars, all that stuff, there will be no more Sony Marvel universe. And so here's my opinion on all this. Okay, now I think this is kind of crazy, and I think it's very different. And I think I've talked about this before about how Sony is going to plan to merge with the MCU eventually, just because of the success of the MCU and because Sony is just not doing it right. It's probably better for them from a financial standpoint, even to just get a rev share, etc. Well, maybe not now with all the failures, but you know what I'm saying. So I think it is the best decision for Sony to merge with Marvel Studios, mostly because Sony just can't put out good content. All the stuff that they've put out in the past 5 to 6 years just hasn't been good, other than the Spider-Man content. I know the Venom stuff is arguably good, but I'm not a fan of the Venom stuff either. And to me, I mean, for the Sony stuff to work, right, you really can't do villain content without the hero, in my opinion. So I think it's best for Sony to merge that way. I also think it's really good for Marvel Studios because you get more stories and better characters out of it as well, and with having Sony characters, you won't have to scramble for characters like Ironheart or whoever to make your universe work. So I think that this would be a good decision in the long run. Not to mention, this is how we can get introduced to characters like Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2099, and all those other, versions and variants of Spider-Man that I think could play a big role in the future of the MCU and the Marvel universe. So I think there's a lot of pros that goes with, Sony merging with Marvel. And I mean, it makes it just like the comics, right? To where, everyone's on one earth. So I think that this has a potential to be something awesome. I don't think this deal is going to go through. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I mean, it sounds good and it sounds great, but I don't think it's going to happen. And I think we're going to kind of keep having this thing where Marvel Studios is kind of borrowing Spider-Man until further notice. And if I'm Sony, why would I stop them from borrowing if Marvel's making me, maybe not billions, but I'm making hundreds of millions of dollars. So that's where I see things going. I don't really see a big change happening, but that's how I feel. I would love to hear what you guys think in regards to Spider-Man, but let me know. All right, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so I know when you post. And remember, guys, tonight we are going to be going live at 8 o'clock. So I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.